In today's video, we're going to do a quick review of the Cessna USB style throttle, flaps, and trim controller, this right here, by Flight Sim Stuff. Alright, so when I first set out on this journey, I knew that I was going to, at the very least, have flight controls, a yoke, and some kind of throttle. I wanted something with the TPM, so I had the throttle, the mixture, and the props control, a trim actuator there like that, so that I could adjust the trim just like you could in a regular Cessna 172, and a flaps lever that was, similar to this. So I set out to grab something like this, and this is what I came across, and I don't regret it. This is the actual unit right here, and I don't use it right now. I did upgrade to the Vernio Plus, but this, for somebody that's on a budget, it's absolutely perfect. I honestly didn't want to upgrade, but I knew I was going to have a hard time mounting this, and it does, the Vernio Plus is the Vernio Plus. But if you want something for a budget, and you want something that's really good, this is where you're going to want to be, okay? So it's got a USB spot on the back here, and it just goes back into your computer. Then you've got your push-pull for the prop, the throttle, and the mixture. The flaps over here is momentary, so it's going to be up, up, down, down. It's not going to be 3 different positions like what you would find in a Cessna. And then you've got your this here. This actually has a start and a stop point, and it's got a little bit of tension on there, which I actually really like that. Now, what you're not going to get with this, and this is not me, looking for those pros and cons, but if you're looking for it, this may not be your option, and that is the friction lock doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. And the buttons on here, they don't work. And also the spin. Like if you're in a real aircraft, you can actually kind of fine-tune it by dialing it in or spinning the rod there or the knob. You're not able to do that with the prop and the throttle. Not a huge deal. I mean, you're just going to make, we're kind of playing around in there, but if you want that muscle memory of going through and spinning it and doing all that stuff, then you might want to look for an upgrade. But other than that, this thing is going to give you everything you need. It also has a spot here so that you can mount it to the desk. So if you want to mount this to your desk, you can. I'll get the other camera out and show you what that would look like. So just real quick, if it's on your desk, it's going to sit here like this. And it also has a kind of a C-clamp mount, basically, that is going to slide right in here into the front side of that. And then you can mount it on the bottom. Now this was custom made with this so that I could clamp this to a desk with a support bar underneath. The one that it comes with is not the same one, and then you just have to run a USB like that back to here. So let's look at what happens when you fire this thing up and you put it on online. What happens when you actually stick it on X-Plane? All we're really doing here, we're going to go into the settings inside of X-Plane, and what we want to do is go to the joystick settings. And mainly, I want to make sure that this thing is reading it, that it sees it. So the device, this is the only device plugged into this. So it's being called a BU0836 interface. My guess is that's some kind of a chip that's inside of there. And it's giving us an option to calibrate it. And then we can calibrate those different steps. So I'm going to do that here with each of the push-pull rods here. I know you probably can't see that. I can only hold so many cameras at once. So we're just going to do that. And then we have, this one's going to go really stupid slow here. I'm actually just going to accept that because it would take 50 years to push that. Oh, now you want to go fast, huh? I see how it is. All right, not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, so let's do that. We have everything calibrated. Let's hit the next button. Let go of your controls. Okay, I'm not touching them. Okay, so we're done there. Hit the finish. Now we can go back through. We should be able to see all of this and just make sure that it works. Now you might have, you want to get into the actual aircraft and make sure that you may end up having to reverse the axis on some of these. Oh, you know what? we want to make sure that the button, this is the flaps. I'm hitting flaps up and flaps down. It's coming up as button 18 and button 30. So if we want to go to, let's do 18. So we would want to go in here and flaps, probably do pump flaps up. Flaps down, flaps up a notch. We'll do that one. And then on 30, we'll go flaps down a notch. So apply, and we should have up and flaps down. Okay, so I think we're good there. Let's hit done. Let's go do a new flight. Let's see what happens. I have no idea where we're going to end up. So let's go on demo. We want to go to Seattle, Tacoma if we want any graphics. Okay, let's look down here. I'm going to get rid of that so we can see. Well, that's fun. That's already not connected. And well, the flaps worked. All right, I guess that's a plus. So let's see. Okay, so flaps are a go. Let's go back up and check out the settings real quick here. And come back in here. Definitely. Oh, you know what? I didn't set it to anything. So you do have to come in here and let's see. Flaps. Axis 2 is the throttle. So we're going to come in here and throttle. We're going to set that one. This is props here, so we're going to set that one. That one's actually not even on this one, but that will be the pitch. Is that right? Prop. We'll go with prop. And then mixture is down here on axis 3. Mixtures. We're going to go mixture, which means that this one is the trim. So we'll elevator trim. So let's give that a shot and go from there. So let's hit done. And now we should have on the controls. All right, that one needs to be reversed because that's going in backwards. So, and mixture is correct. We're good here. So let's go back up to the settings. So we're going to come back here, and our throttle was backwards. So we're going to reverse the axis on that one and hit end. Okay, so we are good on this here. Let's look at the trim. Let's come down here. So that goes really fast, which I guess is okay. But you can set your trim where you need it, and then you can take off. And you got set yourself to take off trim, and that's pretty much it. So I should be able to hit the brakes. I'm not even able to. Let's go. I don't even have the mixture set correctly. Let's get that in. Ooh, I hate flying with a mouse, guys. I hate it. All right, full throttle, and we are at takeoff. Flaps, hopefully I left them in the up position, coming through 60 and taking off from the aircraft now. So it would behoove if you were going to fly with this, I would definitely get a yoke. Otherwise you're going to be flying, if you're right-handed, if you're left-handed it'll work fine because you can use your left hand for the mouse and then use the TPM unit in your right hand. There it is. That's how it works. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I definitely recommend this, especially if you're on a budget. I think that those guys over there, it's a one-man. I really like shouting these guys out because flight sim stuff is a one-man band. This dude's hanging out in his basement or wherever. Sorry if it's not your basement. With a 3D printer, and he's making these things one at a time for everybody that wants his help. And he's very willing to help out. This it's a solid performer. And if you want that feel of being in the cockpit, this is the way to do it. I'm going to give myself an engine off failure, see what happens. And now I probably should be trimming. Oh, this is not going to go well. Really not going well. Yeah. Give it a shot. See how it goes for you guys. All right. Give us a like and subscribe. I'll catch up with you guys in another video. Take care.